Emerging from the shimmering horizon of the desert, a gunslinger takes shape, reminiscent of the tight-lipped, cigar-chewing sharpshooters from iconic westerns. On paper, High Plains Drifter seems like a straightforward Clint Eastwood film, rich with the elements of a classic western. However, beneath the surface, the film diverges significantly from traditional western themes. John Wayne, a titan of the genre, openly rejected the project and dismissed it as a legitimate western. This disdain is intriguing, considering both actors share a deep appreciation for the genre, yet their approaches were starkly different. Wayne's disapproval stemmed from the film's moral ambiguity and violent undertones, straying from the heroic ideals typically portrayed in classic westerns. Eastwood's character in High Plains Drifter embodies a darker, more vengeful persona, driving a wedge between the two legendary actors. For Wayne, the genre represented heroism, honor, and clear moral lines, concepts he believed High Plains Drifter undermined. This division not only highlights contrasting philosophies within the western genre, but also underscores the era's shifting values in filmmaking. Wayne's refusal to collaborate with Eastwood symbolizes a broader cultural conflict, signaling the end of an era and the dawn of a more complex narrative in westerns. In the film High Plains Drifter, the story unfolds around a mysterious and skilled gunman who arrives in a California mining town. This stranger, whose past is shrouded in secrecy, is hired to protect the community from a looming threat posed by outlaws. The townspeople, desperate for help, offer him a handsome payment, believing that his exceptional marksmanship will save them from impending danger. The film blends elements of dark comedy with deeper spiritual themes, exploring the nature of justice and revenge. Written by Ernest Tidyman, the screenplay captures the essence of the Wild West while delving into the complexities of human morality. Produced by Robert Daly for Clint Eastwood's Malpaiso Company and Universal Pictures, the film showcases Eastwood's iconic portrayal of the enigmatic protagonist. As the plot unfolds, the gunman's actions reveal not only his skills, but also his understanding of the town's hidden sins, leading to a gripping narrative that keeps viewers engaged throughout. The film was greatly influenced by Clint Eastwood's collaborators, particularly the renowned film directors Sergio Leone and Don Siegel. Leone's unique style, characterized by dramatic close-ups and sweeping landscapes, can be seen in the way High Plains Drifter captures the stark beauty of its setting. Don Siegel's influence is also evident, especially in the film's gritty tone and complex characters. The cast included notable stars such as Verna Bloom, Mariana Hill, Mitchell Ryan, Jack Jing, and Stefan Garash, each contributing to the film's rich narrative and emotional depth. High Plains Drifter was shot on location on the shores of Mono Lake, California, a site known for its otherworldly beauty and striking landscapes. The choice of this location added a haunting quality to the film, enhancing its themes of isolation and revenge. Additional scenes were filmed in Reno, Nevada, and California's Inyo National Forest, further showcasing the diverse and rugged terrain that serves as a backdrop for the story. The combination of these influences and locations helped create a film that stands out in the Western genre, blending traditional elements with a darker, more introspective approach. A 46-man crew worked diligently to construct the town of Lago for the film High Plains Drifter. Over the course of 18 days, they built 14 houses and a 2-story hotel, all while working 10-hour shifts. This intense effort created a realistic setting that contributed to the film's unique atmosphere. After filming was completed, the crew took the dramatic step of burning the set down, which added to the film's mystique and sense of finality. Editing took place in a log cabin near Mono Lake, where the filmmakers enhanced the movie's eerie quality. They incorporated strange colors and eerie music, which helped to create a supernatural atmosphere that permeated the film. Dream sequences were also added, further deepening the unsettling tone. The combination of these elements made High Plains Drifter a memorable and haunting experience for viewers, showcasing the dedication and creativity of the crew involved in its production. Filming the movie in sequence is a rare practice in Hollywood, and High Plains Drifter is one of the few films that followed this method. This approach allowed Clint Eastwood to create a more authentic and immersive experience for both the cast and the audience. The first 7 minutes of the film unfold without any dialogue from Eastwood's character, which builds tension and intrigue. This silence sets the stage for the mysterious nature of the stranger, who enters the town of Lago with an air of enigma. The character of the stranger closely resembles Eastwood's iconic man with no name persona from his earlier spaghetti westerns. He wears a similar hat and embodies the same rugged, solitary spirit. The absence of a personal name for the character adds to his mystique, as he is simply referred to as the stranger throughout the film. This choice reinforces the themes of isolation and revenge that permeate the story. The visual and thematic connections to Eastwood's past roles create a sense of continuity in his filmography, while also allowing for a fresh narrative that explores darker elements of morality and justice. In High Plains Drifter, Clint Eastwood cleverly fills plot holes with a blend of black humor and a deep allegory on retribution for violence. The film explores themes of vengeance and justice, drawing on biblical references, particularly from Isaiah 533:4. This connection adds a layer of complexity to the narrative, as it suggests a moral reckoning for the characters involved. The character of Marshal Jim Duncan, portrayed by stuntman Buddy Van Horn, is central to this exploration. His brutal fate, being whipped to death, raises questions about his identity and purpose within the story. Viewers are left to ponder whether he is the mysterious stranger or a separate entity altogether. This ambiguity enhances the film's tension and invites interpretation, as the audience grapples with the implications of Duncan's suffering and the stranger's role in the unfolding drama. The film's dark humor juxtaposed with its serious themes creates a unique viewing experience that resonates with audiences, prompting reflection on the nature of violence and retribution. Early drafts of High Plains Drifter presented the character of the stranger as the brother of Duncan, a choice that would have added a different layer to the story. However, Clint Eastwood, who directed and starred in the film, favored a more supernatural angle. This led to an alternate ending that hinted at the stranger being possessed by Duncan's spirit, which added a haunting quality to the narrative. The graveyard scenes serve as a poignant reminder of this connection, with headstones symbolizing the past and the weight of history. In addition to the character's depth, the film pays homage to influential directors who shaped Eastwood's career. The names of Sergio Leone, Don Siegel, and Brian Hutton are subtly referenced, showcasing Eastwood's respect for their contributions to cinema. He humorously remarked about burying his directors, which reflects both his gratitude and a playful acknowledgement of their impact on his work. This blend of tribute and storytelling creates a rich tapestry that enhances the film's themes of vengeance, justice, and the supernatural. The film was controversial for its revisionist Western style and dark themes, which included a rape scene that sparked significant debate among audiences and critics alike. Despite this controversy, it achieved commercial success and is often regarded as one of the best Westerns of the 1970s. Critics had mixed feelings about Clint Eastwood's direction, with some accusing him of imitating the styles of renowned filmmakers Don Siegel and Sergio Leone. However, Eastwood defended his approach, stating that he was learning from the best in the industry. This perspective highlights the complexity of artistic influence and the evolution of cinematic styles during that era. The film's gritty portrayal of morality and justice challenged traditional Western tropes, making it a significant entry in the genre. Its lasting impact can be seen in how it paved the way for future Westerns to explore darker and more nuanced themes. The discussions surrounding its content and style continue to resonate with film scholars and enthusiasts today. The film holds the 11th position as the highest-grossing Western of the 1970s, showcasing its significant impact on the genre. The production of High Plains Drifter was quite remarkable, with the set painted using an impressive 380 gallons of paint. This attention to detail contributed to the film's unique visual style. The town of Lago, where much of the story unfolds, translates to lake or body of water in Spanish, adding a layer of meaning to the setting. The majority of the film was shot during the day, which is somewhat unusual for Westerns, as they often utilize the dramatic lighting of dusk or dawn. Only 3 sections of the film were shot at night, highlighting the filmmaker's choice to create a bright and stark atmosphere that complements the film's themes. This combination of artistic choices and financial success solidifies High Plains Drifter's place in cinematic history as a notable entry in the Western genre. After the film's release, Clint Eastwood proposed a collaboration with John Wayne, hoping to create a Western that would blend their styles. However, Wayne angrily rejected the offer. His strong dislike for the film's violence and its revisionist portrayal of the West played a significant role in his decision. John Wayne was known for his traditional Westerns, which often featured clear distinctions between good and bad characters. He believed in the classic narrative where heroes and villains were easily identifiable. This perspective clashed with the themes presented in High Plains Drifter, which explored moral ambiguity and the complexities of human nature. Eastwood's film presented a darker, more nuanced view of the West, where characters were not simply black and white. This approach was part of a broader trend in cinema during the 1970s, where filmmakers began to challenge the conventions of earlier Westerns. Wayne's preference for straightforward storytelling highlighted the divide between the two actors' interpretations of the genre. Their differing views on violence and morality in film reflected larger cultural shifts occurring at the time. The tension between traditional and revisionist Westerns continues to influence the genre today. Exceptions, presented as cowardly and morally bankrupt, illustrating the consequences of their inaction and complicity. Eastwood's character, whether seen as a guardian spirit or simply a hardened man from the West, is compelling and enigmatic, challenging viewers' perceptions of morality and justice throughout the film. The cinematography complements Eastwood's vision, capturing the desolate beauty of the Western landscape and enhancing the film's overall atmosphere. The stark contrast between light and shadow mirror the film's themes of justice and retribution, enhancing the sense of foreboding that permeates the narrative. The film's visual storytelling deftly brings to life the tension and conflict that drive the plot forward, allowing the audience to immerse themselves fully in the bleak environment. Critics often highlight the film's deliberate pacing, noting that it allows for the gradual buildup of tension and suspense. This methodical approach serves to deepen the viewer's connection to the characters and their dire circumstances. However, some viewers may find the slower moments challenging, feeling that they detract from the film's urgency. This dichotomy in reception showcases how differing expectations can influence one's overall appreciation of the narrative. The film's exploration of vengeance raises pertinent questions about morality and the essence of justice. Eastwood's ambiguous character embodies this conflict, leaving the audience to ponder whether his actions are justified or steeped in malevolence. The townspeople, portrayed largely as flawed individuals, evoke sympathy in their struggles and failures, although their cowardice can be frustrating to witness. This moral complexity adds depth to the story, inviting viewers to grapple with their own beliefs about right and wrong. The performances enrich this narrative further. Eastwood commands the screen with his stoic presence, while the supporting cast, including the townsfolk and the antagonists, bring authenticity to their roles. Their interactions illustrate the desperate state of the town and the various ways that fear and complicity can manifest in human behavior. Although some performances may come off as cliched, they nonetheless complement the film's overarching themes of retribution and moral ambiguity. Music plays a significant role in shaping the film's mood, with a haunting score that amplifies the tension and unease throughout. The score underlines key moments, heightening emotional responses and acting as a character in its own right. However, some critics argue that the music sometimes overshadows the dialogue, suggesting that a more restrained approach could have amplified the film's intensity. This perspective indicates a divide in how audiences experience the film's overall sonic landscape. High Plains Drifter stands as a testament to Clint Eastwood's skill as both an actor and a director, marking an important entry in the Western genre. It challenges traditional narratives by intertwining elements of supernatural folklore with gritty realism, allowing Eastwood to expand on his iconic archetype with layers of depth and ambiguity. However, it is this very complexity that can lead to mixed reviews. While some praise the film's nuanced storytelling and philosophical musings, others feel that its deliberate pacing and moral ambiguity detract from the overall impact. Ultimately, High Plains Drifter is a film that resonates differently depending on the viewer's perspective. It invites contemplation on themes of vengeance, justice, and the human condition, set against a backdrop of stunning visuals and evocative music. Whether viewers see Eastwood's character as an avenging angel, delivering divine retribution, or a troubled soul seeking personal justice, the film remains a significant piece of cinema that elicits passionate debate and discussion. As it stands, it pushes boundaries and offers a fresh take on the Western genre, ensuring its place in film history. As the dust settles over the haunting landscape of High Plains Drifter, we find ourselves drawn deeper into the shadows of its story. The film may have ended, but the lives of those who brought this gritty tale to life continue to echo through time. What became of the enigmatic figures who graced the screen? Each actor carried a legacy shaped by this film, but their paths diverged in unexpected ways. From the rugged Clint Eastwood, whose iconic portrayal left an indelible mark on cinema, to the talented supporting cast, whose contributions added layers of depth and complexity Their journeys are as compelling as the story itself. Secrets, triumphs, and struggles await as we dissect the fates of these performers. Discover how the haunting themes of revenge and redemption lingered beyond the script, shaping their careers and personal lives in ways you might not expect. Join us as we explore what happened next for the cast of High Plains Drifter, revealing surprises that sinisterly underscore the film's gripping narrative. Jeffrey Lewis portrayed Stacy Bridges in the 1973 film High Plains Drifter. His character is a pivotal figure, embodying the darkness and moral ambiguity of the movie's narrative. Bridges stands out as a desperate man, his portrayal deftly balancing cowardice and menace, contributing to the film's unsettling atmosphere. Lewis's performance is both haunting and memorable, embodying themes of vengeance and regret. After High Plains Drifter, Lewis continued to work in film and television, appearing in various roles that showcased his talent for playing complex characters. However, his career was not without struggle. He faced personal hardships, including battles with addiction that at times overshadowed his professional achievements. In the late 1970s, he endured the loss of his father, which deeply affected him. Despite these challenges, Lewis remained resilient. He became known for his work in the horror genre, including roles in films like The Devil's Rejects. His later years were marked by a steady presence in television and film, playing memorable supporting roles. Tragically, Jeffrey Lewis passed away in 2015 due to natural causes. As of now, his legacy lives on, with fans remembering him for his unique ability to portray deeply flawed characters in a way that resonates even years after his passing. Clint Eastwood's portrayal of the stranger in High Plains Drifter is a haunting embodiment of vengeance and moral ambiguity. His character arrives in a corrupted town, shrouded in mystery and darkness, reflecting Eastwood's fascination with flawed heroes. The film marks a turning point in his career as he transitioned from a Western icon to a complex filmmaker and actor. After the film's release in 1973, Eastwood faced significant personal challenges. He navigated high-profile relationships, including a tumultuous romance with actress Sondra Locke, which ended bitterly and embroiled him in scandal over financial disputes and custody battles. Eastwood also confronted public scrutiny due to his distinct political viewpoints and comments on sensitive issues. Despite these hardships, he continued to thrive in Hollywood, exploring themes of redemption and violence in films like Unforgiven and Mystic River. As of late 2023, Eastwood remains active in filmmaking, with recent announcements hinting at new projects. His life is marked by resilience, adaptation, and a relentless pursuit of creative expression. In the 1973 film High Plains Drifter, Anthony James portrayed Cole Carlin, a character steeped in darkness and moral ambiguity. Carlin represents the chaos swirling within the town, and serves as a foil to the enigmatic stranger, played by Clint Eastwood. James's performance added layers of menace and complexity, showcasing his ability to embody unsettling characters. After High Plains Drifter, James continued to act in various roles, often featuring in westerns and thrillers. However, his career did not shine as brightly as others from that era, leading to sporadic work in television and film. Beyond Hollywood, James faced personal hardships that shaped his life. He struggled with the pressures of fame and experienced bouts of severe depression. A scandal in the late 1970s involving legal issues compounded his struggles, leading to a public decline in his career. In his later years, James largely withdrew from public life, choosing to live away from the spotlight. As of the latest reports, James' whereabouts remain uncertain, with few updates from friends or colleagues. He remains a figure of intrigue, with a career full of promise, yet shadowed by his personal battles. Verna Bloom portrayed Sarah Belding in the 1973 film High Plains Drifter, a role that depicted a complex relationship between her character and the dark themes of the story. Sarah is a troubled woman who represents a chilling blend of vulnerability and resilience. Bloom's performance adds depth to the narrative, illustrating the impact of violence and betrayal on a community. Despite her character's limited screen time, the emotional weight she carries leaves a lingering impression. After the film, Bloom continued to work steadily in Hollywood, appearing in various television shows and movies, including roles in The Last Temptation of Christ and Animal House. Behind the scenes, her life was marked by personal struggles. Her marriage to actor and director John McLean was tumultuous, filled with tensions that often spilled into public scrutiny. She faced the challenge of being a woman in a male-dominated industry, which sometimes led to difficult choices in her career. Bloom also wrestled with the darker sides of fame, including intense media scrutiny and a few publicized personal issues. She fought to maintain her artistic integrity in a changing landscape of entertainment that often prioritized commercial success over genuine artistry. As of the latest updates, Verna Bloom has largely remained out of the public eye, choosing to live a quieter life away from the film industry. Though she is no longer active in her career, her legacy as a talented actress persists, reminding audiences of her powerful performances. Billy Curtis portrayed the character Mordecai in the 1973 film High Plains Drifter, delivering a haunting performance that left a mark in the Western genre. As Mordecai, Curtis embodied the dark and complex themes of vengeance and morality, becoming a pivotal figure amid the unfolding chaos. His portrayal highlighted the vulnerability and desperation of a man caught in the turbulent aftermath of societal collapse. After High Plains Drifter, Curtis faced various challenges in his personal life and career. He often struggled to find roles that suited his unique presence, leading to financial hardships. Despite his talent, typecasting limited his opportunities. Curtis's career included notable appearances in films and TV shows, but they largely went under the radar. On a personal level, he faced the struggles of being a little person in an industry that seldom represented diversity. His life was marked by both heartbreak and resilience, including battles with depression. By the late 1980s, Curtis faded from the public eye, and he passed away in 1997, leaving behind a legacy marked by profound performances and a poignant life story. His last years remain shrouded in mystery, with little information available about his final days. John Hillerman played the role of the bootmaker in the 1973 movie High Plains Drifter, a character that, while not central to the plot, left a lasting impression in the film's gritty, atmospheric world. As the bootmaker, he embodied a somber figure who engages with the film's mysterious protagonist, reflecting the shadows and complexities of the town's darker themes. Hillerman's nuanced performance, marked by an air of resignation and deep-seated wisdom, helped set the tone for the film's eerie narrative. After High Plains Drifter, Hillerman's career flourished, leading him to iconic roles, especially as Jonathan Quayle Higgins III in the television series Magnum P.I. Despite his success, Hillerman faced personal challenges, including battles with anxiety and stress, often managed through a deep understanding of his craft. He also faced scrutiny for his private life, including estrangement from some family members, which added layers to his enigmatic persona. As of his passing in 2017, Hillerman left behind a legacy marked by his distinct voice and memorable performances. His life was a tapestry of triumphs intertwined with struggles, embodying the timeless tension between fame and personal hardship. Mariana Hill portrayed Callie Travers in the 1973 film High Plains Drifter, capturing the dark, forlorn spirit of a woman caught in a corrupt town's web. Her character embodies a tragic blend of longing and loss, which resonates with the film's themes of vengeance and moral ambiguity. Hill's Callie is both a survivor and a victim, reflecting the film's overarching exploration of trauma and retribution. Hill's career included roles in various television series and films throughout the 1960s and 70s, but her portrayal of Callie remains one of her most memorable. Behind the camera, her life was complex. She faced personal challenges, including struggles with mental health and tumultuous relationships that often put her in the public eye. Hill was known for her private demeanor, shunning the limelight while facing scrutiny over her connections in Hollywood. Later in life, she stepped away from acting and largely remained out of the public sphere, focusing on personal pursuits. The latest known information points to her residing in a quiet community, far removed from her past celebrity status. Despite the shadows of her earlier life, she has chosen a path of obscurity and reflection. Mitchell Ryan's portrayal of Dave Drake in the 1973 movie High Plains Drifter showcased his ability to embody complex characters. As a menacing figure in a morally ambiguous world, Ryan's character reflected the darker themes woven throughout the film, standing out among the cast in his nuanced performance. His involvement in this iconic spaghetti western marked a significant moment in his career, which would flourish in television and film over the years. However, Ryan's life outside of acting had its share of shadows. He faced personal hardships, including struggles with alcohol, which impacted both his career and relationships. He was involved in a notable legal scandal in the 1990s when he was arrested for domestic violence, an incident that cast a long shadow over his later public image. Despite these challenges, Ryan continued to work in the entertainment industry, appearing in a variety of TV shows including soap and Jake and the Fat Man. In his later years, Ryan dealt with health issues, including prostate cancer, yet he maintained resilience. The latest confirmed information about him is limited, but he was known to be living a quiet life in California, focusing on his family and reflecting on a career that spanned decades. Scott Walker's portrayal of Bill Borders in the 1973 movie High Plains Drifter showcased his ability to embody complex characters caught in moral ambiguity. Borders, a seemingly minor character, becomes pivotal in a town rife with darkness, symbolizing deeper themes of justice and retribution. His performance, characterized by a quiet intensity, left a haunting impression on viewers, aligning well with the film's gritty narrative. After his time in Hollywood, Walker's career took unexpected turns. He faced struggles with typecasting, which limited his opportunities to break free from the Western genre. Personal hardships marked his life, including a tumultuous marriage that ended in divorce, leaving him grappling with loneliness and financial difficulties. Notably, in the late 1980s, he was involved in a scandal concerning tax evasion, which further complicated his career. Despite these challenges, he persisted in acting, turning to smaller roles in independent films. As of the latest information, there have been no public updates on Walker. His current whereabouts remain a mystery, echoing the enigmatic qualities of his most memorable roles. As we wrap up our look at High Plains Drifter, it's hard not to reflect on the lasting impact this film has had since its release in 1973. Clint Eastwood's portrayal of the mysterious stranger brought a new edge to the Western genre, resonating with audiences and changing the careers of its cast and crew. Those involved overcame various personal challenges, from Eastwood's rise in Hollywood to the struggles of the supporting actors as they navigated their own paths in the entertainment industry. This film marked a significant point in their lives, bringing both successes and hardships that shaped their futures. Did you watch this movie during your childhood? What memories do you have connected to those gripping scenes and Eastwood's iconic performance? Perhaps it was a family movie night, a special moment with friends, or a simple escape into the raw emotions of the film. We invite you to share your stories in the comments below, as they help keep the spirit of this classic alive. Your experiences are part of its